Hey, this is Susie J. Cobwebs. How you doing today? I got a question for you. How do you come up with your novels? What about YouTube videos? What about the cool projects that you want to start to promote your business? What are the whys and whys nots of what people want? What are the simple projects that don't really cost you money to get out there? And this is the time where you have the ROI. It means revenue over investment. To get for more people to see, there are so many different ways you could get your name out there to new people, or even the people that you do know, and you like to give them a little bit of surprise to the next idea that's going to come to light. These could be the simplest things. What about engagements, comments on your YouTube videos, southern social media platforms, just to get your name out there? Simple and cheap. This one came just off the top of my head. Just wanted to know what you would really think of at that moment. Honestly, I would seriously think about this. And it's never too late or early, for that matter, to start promoting yourself, your brand, your novel. It takes so much time to grow. And when I say that, it takes a long time. You have to get yourself out there in front of so many different. And what is the least that you could do right at this exact second? You want to show them that you are providing value to them. Well, there's another one. You want to provide value. I know I said it twice, but this is very important. Keep making videos. Even if you're not getting views in the beginning, make your own information resource center. I like telling you these things after I have them done, so I know that I feel as though grinding through all the murky waters to get your name out there for your own personal reasons. Now, this is not going to be something that you're going to go, poof, I'm famous. I mean, if you come from money and you already have a team and you are writing the coattails of somebody else that's famous, I mean, I guess that could work too. Me personally, I want to learn each individual projects that I do. So when I am totally involved with everything, this is something that I feel that I have control over, which is perfectly fine, thinking I'm really the brains of this whole operation. This is the way that I want my business, my novel, my social media platforms to run. And I want to make sure that this is something that I could fix on my own. If not, I will reach out for help or to get a little extra research on what I have to do next. You just have to learn to figure out the problem, then solve it, and then move on to the next project that you want to pursue. Yes, there are many, many times where you have to reach out for help. I know when I'm stuck on a document of some sort, I may need to phone a friend. That's okay. I'm still answering the problem so I can move forward. Who knew that there was so many intricate parts or secret components to Microsoft Word? This is where I need the most help. Now you can see just by this conversation, I am way an overthinker for this. This is something that really has helped me throughout my journey. Actually, throughout these many years. Let me tell you about myself and tell you how this happened. Ever since I was able to work, I was a young child. I was able to work at concession stands, at the baseball fields, at the softball fields, on bazaars, 50/50s at the games, selling fundraisers for school. I was one of those people that I enjoyed talking to people, hanging out with people, dancing and carrying on with people. I mean, being out with the new and different people, having a good time, a fun time, talking with them, helping midget football players and the cheerleaders pump up the crowd to make the game more exciting. Yay! I also know that being an extrovert and an author is not really a thing. Who knew? I am in the flesh. Right here. I am a proof that it can happen. Normally Normally they say authors are introverts. And I'm going to say that yes, I do need my solo time to write my next masterpiece, social media platforms, and utilize my time management skills to make sure that everything is in good working order. You need to find your own routine that works best for you behind the scenes while you're working on your next project. Now, the reason why I brought this up in all these different places, all these different scenarios, is for one good reason. Being in different places, talking to new people, making connections, whether this is for your brand or for something else, this gives you an opportunity to check out new and exciting things out in the world. Get new ideas for your brand in general. This is a great way to find out plots, subplots, character descriptions. What about having a conversation with someone and they bring up a good point? Maybe it's not something that was said to you and maybe you didn't think about it at that moment, but maybe it stayed in your mind that you could process this for a later date. It could be the dialogue for your next novel. Now, with all of this being said, you could make a lot of shorts, videos, blogs, conversations for podcasts, just videos in general. It doesn't matter what social media platform you're working on. I know. There's not like there is enough ideas floating through my head already. Getting back to the real reason why I feel that overthinking is a benefit. It doesn't matter if I could be actually taking a shower, cutting the toenails, or even going out into the garage and getting a part, a tool that you need to fix the roof. It could be something that you watched on TV or another social media platform, or maybe you heard it on the radio. What about the times that you are hanging out, sitting there, physically doing nothing? My brain is still working overtime. It needs to figure out the next plot, the next conflict, the next dialogue, description, title, whatever. These different ideas come to your head, and it's something that you have to jot down as soon as you think about it. If you want to notate it in your cell phone, a piece of paper, a chalk on the sidewalk, like, it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe the chalk on the sidewalk is really not a good idea, but you get the point. Your mind is constantly thinking, and it is a muscle, and you are learning to practice with this muscle to get it to think ahead of the different things that you need to write about. Could I call it overthinking? Absolutely. Do I use this to my benefit? Absolutely. But I use it in ways that are healthy. Do you overthink? Do you use it to your benefit? Can you comment that down below? I'm hoping I'm not the only one. Am I the only one that does this? One of the things that I use my overthinking for, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing, it seems like it's the randomest times that things come to me. I may not be writing or sitting down on my computer. You may think of it as this should be the best time it comes to you, but nope. Not at all. This is not the case. I know that I don't have the most popular videos or that I jump on the following of all these famous trends, but I use the platforms in ways that I feel is really more beneficial to me. I utilize the platforms to help me get through my next stage in the career. Just like my YouTube channel, I'm learning with each step how to get better. You may not see this on your end, but I know that I am doing different things on this end in the background, behind the scenes. So I feel that the ideas are better, so I can get better at this craft. And this is another part of the overthinking process that I use to my own benefit. How did you come up with your latest project? One of the things that I feel is a good asset is that I am my own personal trainer in the business world. I still have a full-time job. I still go out with people when I want to. I'm still active on social media. I write my next novel or even the next project that I'm doing just to get my name out there for my novels or my business. So these are just healthier ways for you to utilize your great assets that you have without taking them for granted. Now, overthinking could have its good and its bad points. I know that there are situations out there that where I'm talking to my man and he would give me that look like, you really overthought this and you really overanalyzed this and it's way too much. Yes, that does happen. But I think that's the way an author is wired. You have to think of all the different possible scenarios in that situation. Could the result be any different? What were the people thinking? What was the air like? What was the description in the room that they're in? What did the clothes look like? What about the conversation that you had with your friend? Could that be the moral of their story? Could that be interesting enough that it could be placed in a novel? Or would it be better as a subplot? Or just part of the conflict that you could implement in just a part of the book? Now you see my point. If you like these videos and you want to see more of these videos, by all means, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification button so you can stay on top of all the different things that I post. And till the next time, love you bunches.